Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Salt City Racing Live update page. Exciting for a lot of exciting stuff coming up this evening, gentlemen. Who's the guy in the middle? Oh, not in the middle no more.
Some guy's been around racing 70 years.
Is that all? Just 70? Anyway, Jim Petty, welcome to the show. You're doing a lot of exciting stuff for us here at Salt City Racing. We'll get to you here just in a moment. And Kyler is joining us from Dodge City. And Kyler, thanks for hanging out with us this evening again, as always.
Yeah, you bet.
So we got a quite exciting agenda here to go through tonight. And so let's kind of get things kicked off here real quick. Sponsors, we got to go through these guys because if it wasn't for these guys, we couldn't be doing what we're doing. Nick, take them through the stance of who's all up there on that page just making this happen for us.
Well, we're going to start with Mike Van Genderen, man. He came in and built us one hell of a racing surface like that place has never seen before. We can't thank Mike enough. He is man, he is the jack of all trades when it comes to working on a racetrack. Murphy Tractor and Equipment, bringing some of their stuff over, road grader and sheep's foot and equipment. Those guys over there, can't say enough about them. Just couldn't do it without those guys. Richardson Brothers Construction, they brought us a tractor and a box blade and has helped us out a lot just with stuff around Hutchinson, and can't thank those guys enough. Ox Construction Materials and Andale, they've poured us some wall panels and going to replace a few of them here in the next week or so. Had one with about a 3-foot by 3-foot hole in it after the first race. So,
Kyler, did you get to drive through, crawl through that hole? You said you was going to.
Now there was still a little bit of rebar. I didn't want to get cut up.
Hample Oil helping us out with some diesel fuel. Got a big blue tank there in the infield. Phoenix Recovery of Kansas coming out helping us with our towing and getting cars off the racetrack. And
luckily we didn't need him too much.
I know, yeah. In the unfortunate event that we would need something like that. BG Products, just continuing a good relationship with them through Mel Hambleton Ford and Salt City Racing. Great guys over there. Construction Rental, they helped us with some awesome lights to in the pit area and on the racetrack to help brighten them up. And they got us a telehandler to use, which came in real handy for Kyler moving them porta potties around, didn't it?
Yeah, you bet. Yeah.
And AgriCenter. AgriCenter brought Phil and Kyler some side-by-sides to run around in. Some really nice stuff there. And they're also providing the EMT safety crew side-by-side for Dodge City and Hutch this year. So thank you, AgriCenter. Zener Electric, just making sure everything's got power out there.
Of course, next race is Zener night.
It is. Next race is Zener night. So make sure you come out and hang out with those guys for a little bit. Evans Building Company, Bill Johnson and crew, great guys helping us out over there. Can't thank those guys enough. United Rentals, hooking us up with some water trucks to keep the moisture in that racetrack and keep those tires from burning up. And Can Equip.
Yes.
They brought us an awesome case tractor out there to pack with, and can't thank those guys enough.
And you got a couple more sponsors going to be putting up here shortly. Just got them this week. Got to thank Egbert Liquor. Roy Freeman is going to help us with our sponsor nights over there. And also Jackson Meat. Drew and Jenny Bryant, thank you very much. We're getting your plugs in here, but we'll get your logos up here shortly. Just pick them up this week. They're going to help us with our VIP nights out on the stage. So thank you guys for helping us out with that. So with nothing to do, let's kick off the old that is our notes. Now if I can stop it. Sorry about that. We are going live with that. And now I got just Kyler up there. How do I fix that? Come on, IT guy, help me out here, will you?
I think you and Gus are trying to click the same buttons at the same time.
I'm getting out, Gus. Get Kyler back up on the screen with us. There we go. Anyway, that's the next video that's going to be coming out. Stay tuned for that on Facebook and also YouTube. And get ready for Zener Night May 24th. And of course, as you saw there, save time, buy online. So I guess let's kick off there real quick. Ticket prices, Nick. We kind of changed a few things up. So if you jumped on Salt City or you went to My Race Pass here in the last day or two, we've made some adjustments.
We have. So we didn't know online to begin with that we didn't know about the convenience fees and stuff after you buy tickets online. So tickets at the gate will still be $18 for adults and $12 and under for kids. And pit passes will be $35. But online, we have changed the initial ticket price for adults to $15 and $12 and under to $10 and our pit passes to $30. So you will still be charged the convenience fee if you buy them online, but they will land just under that $18 price point.
Save a few pennies.
You will save a few
online.
pennies, but it'll get it more to where it needs to be.
Well, and the next thing is it's a lot easier to buy them online. Just walk up to the line, scan your ticket, and walk right in. Several people commented on that and how much easier that was of just having their tickets and scanning and walking right up through the line and going through.
And you know, when I was in Lakeside Speedway last weekend for 2 nights for the High Limit Sprint Car Series, doing the tire service out there, and I saw something really cool that I just remembered. I think I even forgot to tell you guys about it, but they had a board right there next to the ticket office with a QR code on it. And it said, save time, buy online. So you could walk up, scan the QR code with your phone, take you right to the website. So I think I'm going to try to get something like that going. So make it even just easier yet.
Okay. So anyway, so adjusted a little bit on the prices and stuff. Gus, tell me I need to scoot over a little. Which way, Gus? This way? Is that what you want? Get a little closer to Jim? Is that what you need me to do? So anyway, hope everyone understands. Again, I want to go back through the situation. Nick and I went and met with the fair board on yesterday. Had a fantastic meeting with the fair board. Everybody, I want everybody understand it was very positive. It was very exciting. We shared the numbers of what we scanned through the door and pit passes. So we ended up being 1907, right, of the adults and kids that scanned through, and we had 324 pit passes was the actual final number that we did. But I'm going to tell you, the fair board was very excited. The fair board is very pumped about where we were headed and everything else too. Had a fantastic meeting with them. Couldn't thank enough for everything that we're doing with them. So excited to move forward on that part too. So everybody can kind of understand that part too. So anyway, next on the list, Kyler.
Yo.
URSS update and DCRP update. What's happened? What's going on at Dodge City?
Right. So this weekend we've got the Thunder Through the Plains. We'll kick off Friday night with both the new High Plains, Kansas dirt car late model series, as well as the URSS at Colby on Friday night. And then we'll move over here to Dodge City for a Saturday night show, same show, just Colby one night and Dodge City the next. So we're looking forward to it. We're calling it Thunder Through the Plains, and those 2 series planning on bringing the Thunder. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So it'll be late models and sprint cars. Both nights.
And then we're going to have cruiser cars at Dodge City as a filler class, just to kind of break up the 2 classes. And we're going to do some time trials in both those classes, and we'll have time for driver introductions, and we'll make a good show out of it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Dang it, Phil, we haven't got our cruiser car together yet.
Yeah, when are we going to do that? We got any time for that?
No, we don't.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, exciting for Dodge City this weekend coming up. Jim Petty's joining us here, so let's get Jim in here. Jim is doing a lot of work for Salt City, and he's out selling laps for the 100-lapper race at the when we bring in the Silver Crown cars. So Jim, I'm going to turn the mic over to you a little bit, kind of let everybody know what you're doing for Salt City Racing, what you're selling, what it's doing, and it's all for that July 19th and 20th race. Well, really the 20th race is what it's for.
I got real excited when I found out we were going to have this 100-lapper. I've always wanted to sponsor a lap like at the Chili Bowl or something for my dad, but he would have wanted his car number 77, and we never had a race that long around here. So when we got that 100-lapper, I jumped right on it, walked in and told Phil what I wanted to do, and he go for it. And we sold a lot of laps. I've still got some for sale. We're actually putting as many as 3 co-sponsors on every lap. We've had some people say, "Hey, we want it all ourselves. We'll pay the whole for all 3 co-sponsors." And They're happy to do it. The list of legendary names on that list is already incredible. Gordon Woolley, Harold Leap, Emmett Hahn, Frankie Lease, Jay Woodside. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. And as I'm talking to these families, I'm finding out some more incredible stories that I didn't know about. Jay Woodside actually shared a room one time with Johnny Rutherford when they were both just running sprint cars all over the country. And Johnny was pretty focused. He would stay home and polish his helmet, polish his visor, while Jay was out drinking beer. He said Jay always said that's the reason Johnny made it to Indy and he didn't.
Well, what do you think, Kyler? Which side, Nick? Where would you be? Polishing that helmet or drinking some beer?
Well,
I'd be drinking beer, but I'd probably be drinking a cocktail.
Yeah,
I'd be polishing the helmet. That's what he'd be doing.
But
yeah, I'm a good boy, you know.
Uh-huh.
We're
Yeah.
also I'm posting stories about these different laps and who's sponsoring them and who is in memory of and honoring such and such, and that's getting incredible response. I put it on my own site, on my own Facebook page, and then I copied over to 4 other racing pages, and they get copied and shared all over the place. I've yet to see a single negative comment. Lots and lots and lots of likes. I'm clear up into the thousands. It's absolutely incredible. We've got some more stories to go. We'll be getting on there pretty quick. I appreciate this opportunity. And if you want to get a hold of me, either call the store out here. They'll give you my number. But my cell phone number is 316-686-GO-GO, which is 4646.
Are you kidding me? Is it really?
Yes.
Did
Did you plan it that way, or did that just happen?
Well, my wife's a genius. She got it for my Santa business. It says ho ho. Then she figured out later it also said go go.
Go, go, go.
Yeah. So Santa and racing, they both go together that way. Thanks.
So, Jim, I can't thank you enough for all the time you're putting in to help with this. This is going to be a great event. This is also part of saving the racetrack in Hutchinson. It's exciting. So if you need to get a hold of Jim, call the store or call his number, whatever. If you'd like to be a lap sponsor or want to help sponsor that 100-lap race from that part, it's going to be fun and exciting. I can't wait. We got to get a lot of work in to get that thing done and get that track to hold 100 laps. But I've been talking to Tommy. He's ready to go for that side of the coin. So we'll be ready to go. Kyler, you'll have your crew down there, and we'll have the water truck running because we're going to be needing a lot of water on that baby to make it go 100.
That's right.
After what I saw and the last race we had, and then all the comments I got from the drivers, the crew people, and all the comments I got from ex-racers, ex-people that have been in the stands for many years, and ex-racers that were in the stands that seen the track. So we got some room to go on the track. It was a great racetrack. Like I said before, I went down and we teched the top 4 drivers, and I touched every rear tire on all 5 classes in the top 4. There was not one burnt tire. There was not one
No blisters,
blistered,
no nothing.
worn, nothing. And I will tell you that the gentleman won the beam on losing track of his name.
Warren Huffman.
Warren Huffman came up to me Saturday night, and the same tires that he raced at Hutch, he was running at Salina. So if that tells you anything how the track was and not eating up tires and everything else too. But let me tell you, it took a lot of work out of Mike and Kyler, you too, and everybody that put in the effort to make that racetrack what it was. We learned a lot. But Kyler, we got a little room to go, but we know what we're going to do, don't we?
Yeah, we got a good game plan and got some equipment that's going to be coming down just to make it better. You know, it's a learning process, and you know there hadn't been cars on that track for almost 9 months, so now we got a base built on, and I think we're looking even better.
Nick and I were over there. Of course, we went to meet with the fair board, and we drove inside the track. We didn't drive around the track because it looked like it was still a little bit soft and a little bit of rain they had over there in Hutch. But I will tell you, the track still looked very nice, very good. So excited for that, and can't wait for May 24th to roll around.
I can't either. I had so much fun back on the 26th, and it was just crazy. Just the turnout and just all the people that showed up and just how much fun everybody was having. I mean, I just had a blast. I can't wait for the next one.
So
you
anyway,
know,
go ahead.
I'm with you, Nick. I think it was a good time, and you know, us getting a little later start because we were still letting everybody in. That was a good move. to hold that off. That started a little bit. I think people definitely understood why we held off and let everybody get in the building before we got everything rolling. So, and then it just gave us a little more time to prep the track even a little bit better. So,
and we still even got done when we said we were going to get done. So
no, and that's what's great. We were done at by 11 o'clock. By 10:45, I think is when we got done.
10:47 when the last green flag, when the checkered flag dropped. So I looked.
Yep. So that was something I had been stressing on. We pushed all along that we were going to start right at 7 o'clock, but when you got all them people out there, on a Friday night, it's we did that for them.
That's exactly why we did it. We started a little late just to make sure everybody could get in and that sort of thing. Which that's a bad problem to have. We got too many people trying to get in the gate, but we're from that part. So that's why, and wanted everybody to enjoy as much of the show as they could from that part. So excited for coming up. But again, Jim, I can't thank you enough. I got to give you enough praise and a round of applause and everything else for everything you're doing to help keep that track alive over there. I know there's a lot of memories over there and stuff for you too, and a lot of your family members, everybody raced over there and all that kind of stuff too. So sometime we got to have you back on one of the shows and you can highlight a few of the highlight stories you got from that track. Okay.
We're happy to do it.
Yeah, but remind everybody where they can go online to find those stories that you're writing up.
My Facebook page, Jim Petty, or you can find it on Kansas Dirt Track Legends or Dirt Track Legends or Chasing History, something about the one we've used
So the Save
trying
the
to
Track.
save the racetrack, and Kansas Antique Racers. I put them on those 4 sites, and then I've found them all over the place. They get shared all over the place. I didn't go in and talk about the prices. A co-sponsorship on a lap is $100.
Okay.
Anybody can afford that. And if you want to honor somebody, we've done a lot of in memory of, and we've done some living racers that kid wanted to surprise them. So in honor of. And it's just going really, really well.
Yeah, we'll have to get that all posted somewhere once you get them all sold and all that kind of stuff too, and then have enough that night of and everything too. So maybe if we can get them sold before, maybe even the June race, we can start posting it out there, what you got done and everything else again. So again, Jim Petty, thank you. Can't thank you enough for helping out with this and everything else too. So hey, let's jump over to the chat line real quick. Nick, you're gonna have to take it over. I can't read that far away, even though I got my glasses on.
Okay.
Cody Williams, right?
Cody Williams says, "Hey guys, you are doing a great job. Thanks, man. And
thanks,
really appreciate you coming out. Can't wait to see you at the next one." Rob says, "Looking forward to the next race." Yep. I'm with you, Rob. So are we. David Miller, have heard a bunch of talk about the number of fans you need to break even. Can you share some info on this, Phil?
Yeah, David, I'll share some numbers with you just so you know. Again, we're still running our finances. We're still tracking all the expenses. There's a few expenses still coming in back and forth, but the rough number that Nick and I sat down with our pro forma to put down the number, we need a little over 3,100 people sitting in the seats. Okay. So if that lets you know kind of where we're sitting and everything from the 1907 that we drew in last race, but we need a little over 3,100 to set in the stands. Now, what I will tell you, I think that first race was a little soft because of the weather. We didn't really know what was going to happen. We had to cancel that practice on Thursday. From that part, I understand everybody getting a little leery about buying tickets in ahead of time or whatever. But I do believe we can get there. We can get over the 3,100. And everybody, we need to fill these stands. The fair board is excited. They are pumped. It was a very exciting meeting. It was a very positive meeting over there yesterday. From that part, we just got to get some more people sitting in the stands and that sort of thing. So bring your friends, bring your neighbors, bring everybody you can to help get there. So next one.
Keith says, "I was there and you guys did a fantastic job. Enjoyed the show. We'll definitely be back." Thank you so much, Keith.
Yep, thanks, Keith.
James says, "It was a damn good night. Great crowd. Good number of cars. Can't wait for the next one."
Yeah, speaking of number of cars, we had a goal of 60 cars. We got 65, so that was very, very good too. I'd love to get the car count to 100. In the performer, that's kind of what we set everything up, was 100 cars on the night. So if we can get a few more cars,
I'm confident we can. Tim Daniel says, "Congrats, gentlemen. Glad to hear the fair board is excited. So are we."
Yeah, trust me. We went and sat down in that meeting. It was a fun meeting to sit there with them, everybody, and the questions they asked and stuff too yesterday.
Yep. Tom Naren says, "Thank you, Jim."
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Mick McGinn said, did the fair people release the concession sales numbers?
As of yesterday, I asked, and no numbers have been turned in yet, but I'm going to find out because I need to know.
Rob says, will KAR Kansas Antique Racers Group be part of the USAC weekend? We're still talking with them on that.
Yeah, what I will say is for the time we have allotted and stuff, as far as putting them on the racetrack, I'm going to tell you that's probably a no. But as far as maybe having them on display or something like that from that standpoint, probably. But there's so many things going to be going on that weekend of the USAC deal. Again, we'll love to have them, love to do that kind of thing. But the amount of time running 100-lap races is kind of going to be different.
Oh,
Hey, I just want to say something real quick. If anybody needs any weekend help, Jeremy Kane's now available because he's not going to be busy at Dodge City no more. So, Jeremy, appreciate you, but Jeremy's going to be looking for a side gig.
Why do you run the same night as Salina? I can't be at two places, Matt. I understand, but guess what? When we got the approval, a contract approved, we got dates from the fair board and said these are the dates. We didn't get to pick the dates. These were the only dates available to race. So I'm sorry there's a couple nights that's on top. It's nothing I can do about that this year. If we could have chose the dates and picked the dates, would have been a different deal, Matt. But sorry, the fair board came back to us and said, here's the dates that are available. That's the only dates. And if I could pick, granted, I wouldn't want to be on top of Chuck, and I don't want to be on top of Chuck. I've talked to Chuck about it and everything else. The dates worked out perfect. We're not on top of Dodge City anytime. We're not on top of Hayes anytime. It just happens those few nights that's there. And sorry, but it's just those dates, only dates. And I want to get as many races as we possibly can on that racetrack. I don't want to fold a night up. That's the only dates we had available. So
we'll get through it. Move on.
Exactly. Okay, so let's roll into the next thing on our agenda because we got the chat line caught up, right?
Yep.
Hey, Jeremy Kane says, "Smile, Kyler."
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, I want to go back through because we got some questions on the transition rules. So I want to go back through those a little bit. So different people have talked to me about this. And so I just kind of want to go back and basically IMCA has come out when a track is new for the first year. We're not the only track they've done this at, but it's only for the first year that they make transition rules up so that basically gives the racers a year to comply and compete and to be on the racetrack at the same time. So they give lenience on what's happening. And I tell you, I've also told Alan, our tech guy, I'm being very lenient too. But again, if there's something flagrant, bad, whatever, I'm sorry, we're going to have to, DQ or whatever. I don't want to DQ anybody, but also know that if you got questions about your car, you don't know if it's legal or not legal, let's get it done ahead of time so there's no issues from that part. So now, Gus, how do I get to the next page? There we go. So, Nick, you want to kind of go through the stock car transition rules, and everybody understand what this stock car rules is. There's hardly much really to adapt.
There's not a lot different from what's already running around here anyway. Of course, you're going to have to run the Hoosier IMCA G60. You can ground groove and sipe them to IMCA's rules. If you have any questions about how you should go about grooving and siping those tires, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help. IMCA stock car rules, for the most part, except for the few exceptions. Wheel covers must be bolted to the wheel. You can only have a bead lock on the right rear. Springs, shock, and shock location must meet the 2024 IMCA stock car rules. No shock can be pinned against any spring. Engine location must meet the 2024 stock car rules. And if you have an engine moved other than what those stock car rules, you must add 25 pounds ahead of the engine block. And engines not meeting the IMCA stock car rules 500 CFM rule must run a 350 CFM carburetor, and of course you cannot run a spoiler.
So anyway, again, if you got any questions, call us, talk to us, whatever, so we can make sure that you're ready to go from that part. And again, these rules are not good at Dodge City. They're only good at Salt City. They're not good at Salina. They're not good at Hayes or anywhere else but at Salt City. So
go back one. You guys are clicking the same buttons again.
Les is clicking it. I'm clicking it. Okay, so let's go to the B mods. Okay, so basically the B mods can race with the following requirements, exceptions. IMC, of course, the G60 tires. Again, we have a few used tires over. We've sold a lot of used tires already. So if you still need some used ones, we still
and the local B mods will run with the IMCAA mods, not the sport mods, just to make that clear.
Right. So again, the same G60 tires, ground groove sight to 24 rules, wheel covers must be below the wheel, bead lock on the right rear only. May run IMC modified 4-barrel carburetor, so you can move to a 4-barrel, and must run an IMC rear filler panel and no spoiler.
Correct.
Part. So I hope everybody understands that. Again, call us, talk to us, let us know what we can do. We had I know several cars that did that from that part too. So love to have you. We're just trying to do everything we possibly can to get as many race cars, as many races as we can to race for this first year moving forward. Okay, next page, Gus. Okay, so we have went in and made some minor adjustments to the payouts. We've looked at it, we studied it. I gave my input, and then Nick gave his input, and then Kyler gave his input and stuff too. So we've got some adjustments to the payout. And again, all these things are on Salt City Racing's page if you want to go look at them and that sort of thing too. But basically, the bottom half of each class has been altered enough to make it a little more fun.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we had such, good reception with the purse already. And then at the first race, everything went really well. So, I mean, we decided that, we would add some more money to the back half of the purse, and, try to get some more racers out there, and for people that are traveling, make it more worth your while if you come and, don't finish up in the front. So, there you go.
Okay, so put us back on the screen, Gus. That'd be great. So everybody follow us on saltcityracingllc.com. You can check out all those transition rules and also the additional payouts we've adjusted there too from that part. So a couple more comments coming in there or not. Can't see it, Nick. Anything?
Yeah, nothing new.
Okay, I've got one coming in my personal. It's Dustin Freeney. I want to talk about this for a minute. Super stocks. Kyler, what do you think? There's a couple nights in here we don't have your URSS sprint cars, and we can add a few more and add another class or two. How do you feel, and what are you thinking? All that kind of stuff, because I would love to have these super stocks come race with us a night or two, or maybe three. I don't know. We could kind of see.
I would too. I think, this is giving them that opportunity to do that. And, it's something I might even look at on our schedule at Dodge City as well, adding a class like that. So I think for Salt City, let's do it. Let's figure out the right date.
Okay, so I'm going to get with Dustin Freeney is the one that's texting me or messaged me on Facebook here, and I do. I want to have those guys. I want to bring them over. I want to race with them, have fun with them, and everything else too. So we'll have to figure out some dates there. I did kind of tentatively look when they're not racing somewhere else, and I believe there is 3 nights that we could put them on. We just need to make sure how it's going to fit our schedule and fit our classes and all that kind of stuff too, Kyler. So let's look at that and kind of see what you're kind of thinking there too. But I'd love to have them. And then we figure out a time and go put them in Dodge too.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to do that. So who was you talking to, Dustin?
Dustin Freeney. He's a good friend and a good customer here at Mel Hamilton and stuff like that too. But he's got a super stock, and he's got a car he raced last year, and so they're excited to race. His driver, Chris Pitts drove Nusser's modified.
Yeah.
The first race. So he said he had a blast. So it's excited to have him there too for that part. So can't wait to
text him my number. Yeah, text him my number. I'd like to find a date we could do that too. And when I say this, we're going to add it on top of our other stock car class. So we'll run our weekly stock car class, and then I'd like to bring in another division here at Dodge City as well. So I think we can definitely make that work at Salt City. We just need to figure out what dates you guys want to do it, and we'll make it happen.
Dustin, let's
maybe
get
find
together.
them a 2-day swing,
Yeah. Dustin, let's get together soon. Let's get it on the dates. Let's get it on the calendar. We feel good now that we've ran 5 classes and got done in time. And, Kyler, to you running that show and keeping them going, great job getting 5 classes done at 10:47. We were done. So beautiful. So thank you again for that. So one more check line come in, replying to Bo Dancer. I look to the green flag, went straight into the wall, and won and got paid. Yeah. Okay, so back up one more. Is that pay just for starting the feature or taking the checkered flag? It's
Pays to start.
Pays to start, Bo. So that's how we're looking at it. It's pays to start, and exactly that's what happened with somebody put that up there. So
Kip Hughes. I just need something to wheel. Watching from the stands was fun, but well, yeah, I know you're a hardcore racer. It's hard to watch, isn't it?
come on, Kip, get a car. You got the resources. Let's get it
I'm
done.
sure you got like 17 race cars sitting around. Surely you got something you can drive.
Come on, Kip. Let's go. Quit messing around. Kip, I'm going to put you on a spot. You're going to come race with the Silver Crown cars. Are you coming? We're willing to have you. What about the late models? When our late models running, Kip, I hope
June
you're going to be there.
21st. He's going to be there June 21st. Watch him.
All right. So, hey, Kip, and again, if you want to bring that Silver Crown car, we can put it out there for a couple laps one of the nights.
Mm-hmm.
Love to have the car there. Love to do it. See what you can show the people what's coming in July. So, and again, what did Byers have to say there?
Would have another stock car, but family vacation got in the way. Well, couple weeks.
Yep.
Get you another chance.
Okay, I'm coming over on my chat and Lincoln Moore. Can you pay each class after their feature instead of waiting at the end of the night? Yeah, Lincoln, that's some of the things we talked about. And again, Lincoln, sorry, I thought our first night of racing, the crew we had, what happened there, how we put the show on, went very well. Yes, we have some things we want to get better at, and yes, I do want to pay those features out right as soon as we can. So the cash is there. We know the results. We'll work on that a little bit. From that part, I felt bad about having everybody wait around as lazy to get their money from that part. So, Lincoln, that is one of the things we talked about. We will sure work on that to help get that better. So, Kip said he's going to be there. Holding you to it, Kip.
Yeah.
Don't chicken out, Kip, okay? So.
He knows how to get around that half mile. I've seen him get it done.
I have too.
I've seen him and his dad win there.
Yep.
Yep, exactly. So, anyway, I'm coming down to the end of my list of things. What have we missed? What have we left off? Any more questions coming on the chat line? Any questions anybody's got? I'd love to hear from you from that part, from that standpoint. But again, guys, I can't say enough about May 24th. It was, April 26th. God, I can't spit it out. It was a great night. It was fun. It was exciting. We got some things to get better on. Exactly. We're going to keep improving each and every week. Kyler, you ran a hell of a show. Can't thank you enough for keeping your crew there. And again, thank your crew from all of us over here at Salt City. How great that was. You've got a great team of people there that are so energetic, positive, excited to be there.
100%.
Can't thank everybody enough for everything they did to kind of help there from that part. So,
no, appreciate that.
Ron Gallagher, Petty Racing in the house. Yes,
Yep.
he is.
Yep.
Ron, thanks, buddy. So anyway, Kyler, any last closing comments, anything whatsoever from that?
No, I appreciate the opportunity and kind of hitting one more time on Dodge City this weekend. We got Thunder Through the Plains with the High Plains Kansas dirt car late models and the United Rural Sprint Series Saturday night. So we'd appreciate if everybody came down and checked out two great classes and a great show. It'll be fun for sure.
All right. Sounds great. Everybody.
Let's roll that video one more time, Gus.
Let's the video one more time, Gus. And again, all that footage is courtesy of Big Corner Creative, and that footage is all from April 26th, the night of the show. So thanks to Big Corner Creative for putting those together. Watch for those ads coming up on Facebook and also YouTube. Please like and share those things, get them spread out there. Because again, like the one gentleman asked, we need over 3,100 people sitting in the stands to help us. So please share that video when it gets out. It'll be out very shortly and stuff too. Kind of wanted to tease everybody with it tonight from that part. A couple more comments come in or not over there. I can't see.
Well, John asked what the hobby stock pay is going to be in Colby, but I am not sure what they pay in Colby.
Not sure.
Great question, John. Guess jump on Colby's site or whatever, see if they got. We'll find that out. But again, jump on Salt City Racing. Check out the new changes we did to the pay from that part. So make sure you get that all checked out and know how we're doing on that side of the coin too. So one more time, everybody, thank you. Let's sponsors that are helping putting this up. If it wasn't for the sponsors and doing all that stuff, we couldn't make this happen. That's for sure. So Nick, real quick, run through all of them for us.
Of course, Mike Van Genderen, He's the man with the plan when it comes to getting the racetrack ready. Murphy Tractor and Equipment. Curtis and Dan, those guys have been a great help with the equipment they've provided us. Richardson Brothers Construction, again, they've helped us with some other equipment and stuff to prep the racetrack, and helped us with just a lot of things around hutch. Ox Construction and Andale, helping us with the walls, getting us the wall panels ready to go, and getting some of them replaced. Hample Oil with some diesel fuel and tank to store it in so we can burn all that diesel fuel up, getting that racetrack ready. Phoenix Recovery of Kansas, helping us out with tow truck and getting race cars off the racetrack in the unfortunate event that they may have to be towed off the racetrack. Didn't happen very many times, but glad to have them just in case. BG Products, we got a great partnership with BG, not just with Salt City Racing, but also with Mel Hambleton Ford. And Construction Rental, helping us with extra lighting around the racetrack and the pit area, and also a telehandler for Kyler to move the porta potties around with. Agris Center, they're providing side-by-sides for Phil and Kyler to cruise around in, and the medic cart for goes back and forth between Dodge City and Hutchinson. Zener Electric, don't forget, next race on May 24th is going to be Zener Night. Those guys have been out helping us, making sure everything's got power, making sure all the lights are working, and they've just been a big help on race night, just making sure everything goes as planned with all the electric stuff. Evans Building Company, those guys have been a great supporter of racing at the State Fairgrounds for a long time. Great to have them on board. Can't thank them enough for their support. United Rentals, helping us get water on that racetrack with their water trucks that they've provided for us to use over there at Salt City. And Can Equip, they've provided us with a case tractor that we've been kind of using to pack the racetrack, and just some other general things around the facility.
Well, it's going to be pulling a pick around pretty quick, right?
Yep.
Tyler? So
Yeah. No, it'll be good. We're going to get that picker up there and help us, knock off any ridges or anything like that. It's used for a lot. So going to have a nice picker out there behind that tractor, and just another tool that we use in our arsenal to make the track great.
Yes, and two more sponsors we don't have up yet because I just got them this week, of course, is Egbert Liquor, Roy Freeman and his crew, and also Jackson Meats. Drew and Jenny Brandt are going to be on board. They're going to help us with our VIP night, and of course Zener is going to be our first VIP up on the stage. So Egbert Liquor and Jackson's Meat, thank you. We'll get your sponsor boards up and everything else from the two.
Any way to figure out how a way pit help can watch the races without going into the stands? Well, we haven't got that quite figured out yet, but we've got a few ideas. I would say just kind of stay tuned.
Well, and let's talk about that for a minute. We're pitting on the east side for a couple reasons. Number one, I wanted to pit inside the track. And then after our insurance checked into us doing that and saw what the track looked like, we'd have to do a bunch of modifications inside the track for our insurance to cover us to pit inside the track. So we decided to move out, and then what it takes to put a fence up each and every race from what the fair needs to do that wasn't cost effective. So that's why we went over to the east side. So I'm asking everybody to understand this is our first year. We're trying to get through some of these little glitches and things like that. We are working on some ideas how to make that better and helpful. But again, I've got to have insurance. I got to be protected. Everybody's got to be safe. And that sort of thing too. We've even talked about bringing in like a big old semi trailer. We can maybe park on one side. We can climb up on it and stand up there. But we got to be back far enough for the insurance to cover us too. So there's always a few little glitches in what we're trying to work through. We'll get better at some of these things. Never going to be perfect, but I promise you we're going to continue to work till we can be as perfect we possibly can to make it as easy and convenient from that part. So one of the little things we got to work through, but we'll make some things happen from that part. So.
And remember, it's just the heat races. I know that's inconvenient, but the feature time, we're allowing 2 crew members to go down in there and be with their car during that. So we're doing everything we can to make sure that we're accommodating everybody.
Yep, exactly. So Chris Cratcher said, great races the other night over there at the big half mile. Yeah, Chris, thank you. Let's get your car, Chris. Let's see what can happen, buddy. I'd love to have you over there and from that part. And again, let's talk about some video screens. That's an expense, and until I know I got some years contracts in and stuff like that, different deal. And I will throw out there, you can subscribe to Racing Dirt jump on and watch Racing Dirt. We video and all the races. You could watch it right from your trailer on your phone, iPad, or tablet, whatever it might be. If you really want to watch the races, Racing Dirt would be the thing to do. And again, those guys did a fantastic job, Kyler. So thanks for the partnership we have with them at Dodge City. Of course, Mel Hamilton has that sponsorship with them with the USMTS and also those races. So it's a great partnership with those guys, Trenton Berry and Austin Kruger and their crew. Great crew to work with.
Yes, they are.
So anyway, any last comments, Kyler? Anything you need to touch on? When we talked about Dodge City, anything else you think about?
Nope. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see everybody at the track.
Okay, how about a sign to show the places that the racers are in during the races? Yeah, again, I'd love to work on that too. That's just another expense. I'm telling you, I got to get a bunch of people in the stands first. I got to be able to get a 2-3. I got to get at least a 3 or 5 year contract going in after this first year, and then look out. We've got a long list of things we want to do from that part.
Kudos to raising the pay for back infield cars. That's the same way Danny Richardson did the original Salt City Speedway. That's what brings the cars. Maybe not top heavy like some tracks, but everybody take home some money. Always take care of your racer. So 100%,
Rob, that's why we did it. We're always constantly, I can't tell you the amount of time Kyler and Nick and I are on the phone, and we're working on things to make things better and stuff like that. And, we're learning from Kyler and the experiences he's had at Dodge City. And, Kyler, you run a great show out there at Dodge City. I'm going to tell you, I gotta be biased here a little bit. Dodge City's now my second favorite place to go.
Well, I appreciate that.
I do love going to Dodge City. It's the best facility in the state of Kansas, everybody. If you've not been to Dodge City, you got to go. I tell everybody when I go race at Dodge City that I could wear a white shirt and white pants and crew on the Team 3J car, and I'd come home still white because that parking lot is perfect. It's great. The only place there's dirt is in that racetrack, but it is a great facility and stuff. If you've not been there, you need to go check out Dodge City from that part. But again, second place, best place to go.
Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, Nick, anything left?
Man, I don't think so. Just excited for May 24th. And I don't know. Let's do it.
Jim Petty, again, thank you for what you're doing to keep this thing alive, keep things moving for this great half mile. And can't wait for July 20th, 21st and see these big time racers show up with these Silver Crown cars and have all kinds of fun. So anyway, stay tuned for the video. It's going to be posting up shortly. Everybody, please like and share it out there. Let's get those 3,100 and plus seats in the grandstand so we can keep this thing alive and make it happen from that part. So everybody have a great evening. Stay tuned. We'll be up live again next Wednesday at 6:00 with any more updates that you might have. Also stay tuned. Who knows? We always talk about Salt City Racing Saturday morning, 9:00 on the Underhood Show 2 on the same channel. So everybody have a great night. Gus, play that video one more time. It's a great video. Everybody, have a great evening. Stay tuned. We'll see you in the stands May 24th at Salt City Racing. Everybody have a great evening.